All right, welcome to the Mystic Path. We're gonna do a New Year message for the general collective. Okay, we're gonna use the Energy Oracle card deck, Sandra Ann Taylor, Beyond Lemuria, Izzy Ivy, Whispers of Healing, Angel Hartford, Josephine Wall. We'll use this for guidance at the end. Rider Waite Tarot for clarification. Naked Heart Tarot by Jillian C. Wild for the tarot. All right. Pull on the energy here. Let's do a New Year's message. General messages for the collective, please. New Year's. The first 2 weeks of the new year. How about? What is the energy going to be for the first 2 weeks of the new year? We got Angel of Balance. I like to see that. Anything else? Angel of Balance. Okay. I feel the need to give a little shout out. My friend Sky Buckles, she's an energy healer. She got me this little cat carved out of a gemstone. I don't know, it looks like howlite maybe. Maybe not. A little creamier. I'm not sure, I'm gonna have to figure it out. Anyway, I love it. She got me this little carved cat because Watson's always trying to participate in the tarot readings, so she thought he belonged up here, a little carving. Adorable. All right. It's staring at me with its little eyes. That's why I felt the need. It's got a very piercing stare. Right through you, right? All right, the energy for the first 2 weeks of the new year. Ooh, Goddess of the Moon. Angel of Balance, Goddess of the Moon. One more. Ooh. Nope. Okay. One more. Ooh, Door to Romance. All right. What I'm hearing right now, some of you in the collective, if this reading does not resonate with you, this is not for you. As always, use your own discernment. Don't make it fit. If the messages don't resonate, they don't resonate, right? Okay, so far, I just wanted to say that because this reading's not going to be for everybody, I don't believe, okay? Okay. Because Door to Romance. There's a new relationship coming in for some of you for the first couple weeks of the new year. And you're in a good place for it. You're in your power, I'm hearing. You're balanced. You're in a healthy, balanced emotional place. You're relying on your intuition. You're connected to your higher self. I feel like a very conscious relationship is coming in. Right? Okay. Let's see now. What is the energy? Whoops. Let's see what was that is. Unique Gifts wants to come out there. What is the energy for the collective? First couple weeks of the new year. Energy for the collective. These cards are new and stiff, so. Okay. still so stiff. Break them in here. There we go. And they want me to pull from over here. There it is. All right. Funny. Well, not funny. Trust Your Innocence. That came out in the full moon reading for December. So trust your innocence, communication, co-creation, stepping through. Oh yeah. Okay. I got it. I see what's happening here. So this is saying what I kind of already said. Those of you watching, you're going to be in the energy of the first couple weeks of the new year. You're going to be balanced. You're going to be in your power. You're going to be in alignment. They just want to say, trust yourself, trust your intuition. You're not crazy. You're getting the messages you're supposed to be getting, right? Trust that, what is drawn to you is meant for you. That's what I'm hearing. And so what's going to happen here is there's going to be some kind of a love relationship coming in, and it's going to be very conscious. Feels like the two of you together. Oh yeah, you see this? You're going to be like, I feel like stepping through. You're going to be stepping through, and then I saw this earth here as a portal. So I feel like you're going to be stepping through and having a romantic relationship that is balanced, that is conscious, where you guys are co-creating, the foundation of this relationship by having really good communication. That's some good stuff. All right. That's some good stuff. The energy feels really good, just like, I don't know how to explain it. Consistent, comforting, safe. That's what I'm hearing. They're saying safe, and it does feel very safe. It feels calm. I'm not sensing any chaos or toxicity or imbalances, right? I'm sensing calm. And comfort. Stability I'm sensing. Okay. It's hard to put words to it. Okay. For some reason. All right. Let's see. Let's get past, present, future. All right. Actually, I'm being guided to do something different. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. All right. And I want to say this. We're doing something different here. I'm just following the guidance. So I want to say before we get started on this, each one of us have both masculine and feminine energies within us, right? The goal to be in alignment is to keep both of those energies balanced, right? The masculine energy is a more doing energy. The feminine energy is a more being energy, right? So you should do some research into that to find out more, because I could sit here and we could talk about it all day and never even get a reading done, right? So I'm kind of just giving you like the general overview, right, of the masculine, feminine energies. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a past, present, future for the masculine, and then I'm going to pull a past, present, future for the feminine, and then we're going to see what connects the two of you. I want you to keep in mind that you have masculine qualities too. Or if you're a male watching, you have feminine qualities too, right? So pay attention to both piles, because it may resonate with you, because there may be something in your masculine energy that shows up here, some kind of advice, right? Same with if you're a male watching. There may be something that shows up in the feminine energy line that resonates with you, because that's something, you know, that you have to work on or whatever. So I just wanted to say that, because I feel like sometimes people get stuck and it's like, that masculine line is for the guy I'm chasing, you know, or vice versa. And it is for the person coming in, masculine or feminine. Gender doesn't matter. Sexual orientation doesn't matter. I want you to keep that in mind. But it also is going to resonate with you, right? Because relationships, let's be honest, are basically just mirrors, right? So the thing that irritates you the most about your partner is, the reason it irritates you so much is because you actually have that quality, and they're mirroring it back to you so you can see it, and you don't like it, so it annoys you, right? If you heal that within yourself, then it won't annoy you anymore. So relationships we're just mirrors for each other. So, you know, we don't want to get caught up in this old paradigm of like, you know, the males have this role, the females have this role, and then we have all these expectations we've put on them, and because then you're already starting like way in a chaotic, confusing place. So just keep that in mind when you're watching these readings. You know, yes, you can watch them about another person. Yes, we're going to learn a little bit about whoever this is coming in for you. But at the same time, like, if you're the one here watching the reading, then you need to be integrating and taking the advice to heal yourself, right? We can't heal other people. We can't control what other people do. So I just want you to keep that in mind, because important. In order to have this conscious, co-creative relationship with this person coming in, you're going to have to be willing to look at yourself and heal and address your own triggers and patterns and all that stuff, okay? Although it seems like you've done that, because we're in the energy of balance and intuition and trusting our power. So I just wanted to say those things because they're important things to know. And I felt guided. All right, let's get the masculine energy first, please. Masculine energy first. Past, present, future. Past, please. Okay. Whoa. Oh, they gave them all to me at one time. Thank you. All right. Past, present, future. Oh, I see. Okay, thank you. All right. For the past, we have the Five of Swords. Present, Hangman in reverse. Future, Seven of Pentacles. All right, what I'm getting so far is the masculine energy in the past was feeling betrayed, feeling betrayed, feeling like somebody turned their back on them, okay? Presently, they're in the Hanged Man reversed. The Hanged Man is usually about like contemplating, reflecting, becoming enlightened. This is in reverse. And again, it's kind of crazy. The bat's eyes and the cat's eyes are both like staring me down. I feel like that's significant. And then the future energy is Seven of Pentacles, which is like tending your garden, working on it, right? So this is what I feel is happening. Okay. So the masculine energy is coming from a very wounded place. Okay. They feel like they've been betrayed more than they have not in love. And that's in the past. Presently, they're not 100% in the Hangman energy. They're not in the energy of like understanding and becoming enlightened. They're not there yet, but they're working on it. Okay. They're going to continue to work on it. It's going to be a little bit, I feel like, because this is what I'm getting. Because both of these eyes are like staring me down, and then I said it must be significant. My guides were like, of course it's significant. So basically, this is what they're saying. Presently, the masculine energy is not enlightened, not yet, but awakened. Okay? These eyes are both wide awake, and what I'm hearing is they're now paying attention. They never used to even pay attention before, right? They lived unconsciously. That's what I'm hearing. They lived unconsciously. They followed their patterns and programming, and they just believed like that's who they were. Okay? So, now though, in the present moment, they're starting to see that it's programming, that it's patterns, that it's toxic habits holding them back, right? So in the future here, the energy is they're working on themselves. They're going to be working on themselves. I just want to clarify. Before I say something. Clarify the Hangman. Woo. Just got a shot of energy there. Made me a little heady. Okay, Temperance. It wanted to come out and I pushed it back and they said no. So clarifying the Hangman, we have Temperance, which means, okay, you know, what I said, he's in this place. He's not enlightened yet. He's literally just now opening his eyes and becoming aware of himself and becoming aware that he's been shutting his higher self down, shutting his intuition off. But he's no longer resisting. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. In the past, all of this betrayal, heartbreak, it was keeping him stuck, and he was actively resisting. And now I'm getting in the present moment, he's not actively resisting anymore. Okay. So that's good. See, he's starting, like the eyes are open now. He's starting to see, and he's going to be working on it. Let's clarify this Seven of Pentacles for the future. Ooh, okay. Nine of Swords. Yeah, okay. So, I just did a reading earlier today, and this card came out that was talking about how, you know, it's not going to be easy. Being on the awakened path and being conscious is not easy, because you have to face yourself on a daily basis and face your triggers, and you have to take responsibility. You know, my guides gave me a message the other day, and I think it's relevant here. They want me to say it. The message was, we attach ourselves to patterns, behaviors, beliefs, habits, because we don't want to have to take responsibility for ourselves, right? We don't want to have to take responsibility that we've made choices that have created these patterns and beliefs. Now, yes, some patterns and beliefs are programmed into us by society and our family from childhood. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the things we do on a daily basis that we know, you know, in our gut, or our gut, our higher self, our intuition will send up a little red flag, right? Boop. And sometimes we ignore those red flags. We all do it. Like, there's no, like, you know, we all do it, okay? I'm sure even Mother Teresa, Gandhi, all of these people that we look up to, they've all also, I'm sure, ignored their own red flags. So this is what I'm getting. The masculine is not yet enlightened, but his eyes are now open. He's starting to recognize patterns, habits, beliefs, and he is starting to understand, like, sometimes I've made choices that created this habit, or I've stayed in this belief even though I know it doesn't really resonate with me, but this is how it's always been, so I stay there, right? That's what I'm hearing. So the future energy here is like working on it. And the Nine of Swords is a little bit, to me, always about like wallowing. Like, you know, this guy is just like, look at all these problems he's created in his head, and now he's just sitting here overwhelmed and wallowing. Okay, so what I'm feeling is, in the near future, you know, presently the masculine is not resisting, and he's starting to pay attention, and he wants to understand. But again, this journey is not easy, especially in the beginning, when you're having your dark night of the soul and you're starting to have to take responsibility for your own patterns and behaviors and beliefs and the things you've done and the choices you've made. That's very hard to do. Okay? Very hard to do. So I feel like he's going to be working on facing these things. And it's not going to be easy, okay? He's going to be working on facing himself. What they're showing me right now is somebody is finally sitting down to the table to face themselves. But it's not going to be an easy journey. It doesn't just like, oh, I faced myself, everything's fine now, I'm a happy, healthy, healed person. That's not how it works, right? It takes effort, takes constant consciousness, mindfulness, constantly reprogramming. When you get triggered and you catch yourself having a thought or whatever, you then have to, you know, make a conscious effort to reprogram it and say out loud, like, that is just fear. That is not what I really believe. I am not going to attach to this thought. Like, you know, so what I'm hearing is, you know, do not rush. Okay, the door to romance is opening, but do not rush through it. Because the masculine is still, for a little while now, going to be dealing with some heavy stuff coming up in the new year, okay? Because facing ourselves is hard. So let's see. About the feminine's energy. All right, past, present, future, please, for the feminine energy. Past, present, future for the feminine energy, please. Past, present, future. Maybe the past, okay. No, too many. Oh no, wait. Yeah, too many. I thought it was exactly 3 again. Oh, okay. Okay, still too many. Past, present, future. Okay. Present. 2 future cards. Oh no, that's got it. Thanks. Dropping cards all over the place. All right, past. 4 of Pentacles for the female energy. Present. Oh, all right. King of Pentacles, Father of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Future, the Sun. Okay. Okay, what I'm getting is, in the past, the feminine has had a pattern of holding on too tightly. Jumping in with both feet, I'm hearing. Okay, holding on too tightly. And yeah, okay, so this is what I'm hearing. In the past, the feminine energy has kind of been about like jumping in with both feet and then attaching to a person, a relationship, and holding on and just like holding on to an outcome and just insisting that, like, you know, I'm going to be with this person. And what I'm hearing now is, in the present, she's kind of more chill and, you know, she's standing in her power. She's feeling stable. She's feeling confident. And she's just sitting on her throne. That's what I'm hearing. But I'm hearing there's a little bit of a warning here because, you know, the Queen of Pentacles would have been a really good card to come out here, but the King of Pentacles came out, which is a masculine, more of a masculine energy. So what I feel like is, in the present moment, she's still working on balancing that masculine energy, trying to control things, trying to create an outcome, right? But the good news is the Sun is the best card in the deck, right? It's all about healing. It's all about balance, right? Being in alignment, right? Trusting our gifts and intuition. So I feel like what this is saying is, in the future here, the feminine's going to heal this attachment pattern. Okay? In the present moment, she's still working on that healing, is what I'm hearing. So she's still working on keeping that masculine energy at bay, keeping that masculine energy from, like, taking over, wanting to control, wanting to make things happen, wanting to, you know, create. What I'm hearing is she's working on just letting things flow, letting things unfold in front of her without really having an attachment to what's ahead. And it seems like she's going to do it because the Sun card is a really good card here. But again, the warning up here was the masculine is still dealing with some heavy, heavy stuff. So, you know, this whole, like, she's going to have to heal this pattern, because this whole holding on, jumping in, attaching, and holding on too tightly could be disastrous, right? It could turn things disastrous. But it doesn't seem like that's going to happen because we have the Sun card here for her future energy. So I just want to give a little warning, though. The masculine is still dealing with some heaviness. So, you know, again, this is genderless. So if you're in a same-sex couple and one of you is more masculine, then that is going to be the person who's the masculine, right? So my point is there can be females that are the masculines in a relationship, and there can be males that are the feminines in a relationship, and vice versa, right? So I just want to make sure I say that, because we're genderless here, and we understand that all relationships aren't male female. That's just not how it's meant to be, right? Even in nature, it's not like that. Okay, so now let us see what is connecting the two of you. One card, please. What is connecting the two of you? Ooh. This one. All right. Okay. The one on the floor. Page of Pentacles. I am sorry I laughed, but it's because when I was shuffling, I saw that card try to come out, and I pushed it back in and kept shuffling, and it came out anyway, right? In a spectacular way, making other cards fly all over the place. It's just amusing. The universe wants what it wants in the messages, right? Okay, so what's connecting you is the Page of Pentacles. What I am feeling here, I just want to clarify it, but I think I know what I'm feeling. Clarify the Page of Pentacles, please. Yep, okay. Ace of Wands. Okay, it confirmed exactly what I was thinking. So this is what I'm thinking. This is what? Okay, what's happening here? Oh, all right. So this is what I'm thinking. This is what they're telling me. The female energy is more enlightened, more awakened, way further along on the journey than this masculine, right? We've already kind of talked about that. This female is going to have to work on letting go of her attachments, staying patient, I'm hearing, because the masculine's still got some heavy shit to deal with, right? Oh, excuse my language. It just came out. So what is connecting you? There's going to be a new beginning here for both of you in love. You're going to be able to start a conscious, co-creative relationship here together. And this is what they want me to say. Even though the feminine is ahead of the masculine as far as like emotional maturity and like her journey of enlightenment, you're both still babies in love, they're saying. Okay? Child of Pentacles. You're both still this little calf who doesn't really know. So basically what I'm trying to say, the female energy here is very enlightened and awake. I feel she stands in her power. She's very balanced. She is healing, if not already healed. Okay? But that does not mean, they're saying, that does not mean, again with the cursey words, that does not mean she knows shit about having a conscious love relationship. So they're basically saying, even though she's ahead of him in emotional growth, they're both in the exact same place when it comes to having a conscious love relationship. Okay? So, that's what's connecting you, is you both are babies that need to learn how to have a conscious romantic relationship. And so I feel like Ace of Wands, there's a new beginning here. This is going to be starting, but you're going to have to go slowly and to build and figure out how to have this conscious, balanced, intuitive, co-creative relationship, right? So you're going to have to work together, I'm hearing. You're going to have to work together because you're both babies when it comes to this. That's what I'm hearing. And that's what's connecting you, is you're both on the same page when it comes to doing that. Okay? So now let's pull an outcome card and then we'll get some advice. Whoops. Nose is itching. Okay. What is the outcome? What is the outcome? One card, please, if possible. Outcome between this couple. Okay, 2 cards. We'll take it. Ooh. 6 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck about giving. Okay. Underlying issue. They're going to be giving to each other, it feels like. Oh, geez. The outcome between these 2 people. 10 of Swords and 10 of Wands. Okay. That's powerful. Means the outcome between these 2 people are you're going to be releasing your burdens and completing the cycles that have kept you stuck in the past in love. Okay? You're going to be completing the cycle that has kept both of these energies, both masculine and feminine, both of these people, whoever they are, you're both going to be completing cycles and healing. By starting this co-creative conscious relationship and going slowly. I cannot say that enough. They keep saying over and over again, slowly, slowly, right? Let's get some advice. What's the advice here? Universe, spirit, source, God, whatever you call it. What is the advice for this couple? Okay. Oh, you can't make this stuff up. Boundaries. Okay. The advice, boundaries. All right. Card number 50. If the number 5 or 50 means something to you. This is a new deck the channel got for the holidays, so we're going to be reading from the book because we do not know these cards very well. They are brand new. Okay. Hopefully you can see what I got going on here. Okay, boundaries. Strong boundaries are necessary for you now. Decide what you do and do not want in life. In regards to your healing, this is more practical than you might realize. If others are interfering with your well-being or impinging on your ability to care for yourself, take notice and make the needed changes. Imagine digging a moat or creating an impermeable border around your body, your home, or your workspace to create the space you need. If you have gone through a tremendous period where many aspects of your life have been altered, it is imperative to honor your limitations and acknowledge that you need to take better care of yourself. People might mean well, but miss the cues when you aren't up for long visits or extensive phone calls. You don't need to make excuses. Let others know you are making changes to better support your energy and healing. A woman holding a peacock stands next to a distinctive boundary. Notice the maidens on the other side of this boundary. The presence of the maidens may signify the level of commitment you have toward your... let me say that again. The presence of the maidens may signify the level of commitment you have towards your new resolve in your self-care. Wisteria is draped around the background. Wisteria represents a time of learning. It is important to put yourself first. Your true friends and family will respect the boundaries you put in place. Okay? In relation to this reading we just did, what this is basically saying is that in order to have a conscious co-creative relationship, you both have to be your best selves. And you can't be your best selves if you're not taking care of yourself first, right? I was about to say it's funny this has come up, but of course it's not funny. Weird, not weird, right? Because that's how the universe is. A friend and I were actually just talking yesterday, and we were talking about how part of the problem in our society is we program everybody. Get married, have children, do these things, right? But we don't teach or program anybody to love yourself, care for yourself, make sure you're mentally and emotionally and physically balanced and healthy, right? We don't promote that stuff. We don't talk about that stuff. I mean, it is changing, but in the past, that isn't how it's been, right? And so part of the reason they program everybody to get married and have children is because when you're a unit like that, you're easier to control as the masses. That's just the truth. And what's happening is humans have kind of misinterpreted what marriage is supposed to be, right? There's this belief, there's a teaching, kind of the way we're programmed is that when you get married, two lives become one life. And what that actually does, that is not a conscious, healthy, balanced, co-creative relationship. That is codependency. Okay? So her and I were just talking about, so what's happening, and this is why there's so many divorces, right? More than 50%, I think, of marriages end up in divorce. I ended up in divorce. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, and I've learned from my own experience that part of the reason for that is because we have people getting in relationships, getting married, and they're not emotionally healthy, they're not emotionally balanced, they're not, sovereign as their own independent being. And then these two people attach to each other and become very codependent. And then what happens is you just have two wounded people that are triggering each other constantly and not doing the work to heal. Because the idea we're taught is these two lives become one. That's not realistic, okay? And that's what's making everyone so unhappy, at least in my opinion, is that because what I have gotten from my guides and guidance over the years, and like I said, through my own experience with marriage and divorce, is that what it should be is two lives become three lives, okay? Two lives become three lives, because then you're taking care of yourself and you're healthy, healed, in your container over here being, and then we have this other person who is taking care of their mental health and emotional health and balance and caring for themselves and loving themselves. And so then you have these two conscious people who are now, when they get triggered, they talk about those triggers, they heal those triggers, and then what ends up happening is then they build this third life together, right? They're still their own independent beings in their own containers. They've now just created this third life where they co-create together. They still create on their own as well, okay? So I hope that makes sense. And I feel like that's exactly what this boundaries card is saying, is the only way to have this conscious, healed, co-creative relationship is by having boundaries and talking about those boundaries and discussing, I was just triggered by this, and we need to figure out, we need to talk about it, blah, blah, blah. I need to work on this, my own. I was triggered. It may not necessarily be the other person's problem, right? They just may be mirroring something to you. So that's all I'm going to say on that, is I honestly feel like that's what this card is saying, is that it's time for us to change this thinking that when you're in a relationship, two lives become one. We have to start normalizing that there's nothing wrong with two people staying in their independent beings, being sovereign, being healed, having boundaries, being healthy, and then co-creating this third experience together, right? You don't give up your own soul purpose and life experience just because now you're in a relationship. And I feel like that's, unfortunately, we're taught the opposite. We're taught, especially as women, the women, the girls are especially taught that, like, once you're in a relationship, it's now your duty to care for and make this other person happy. So then the women lose themselves, and now we have this codependent attachment, right? And it's not just the women. This does happen in the opposite way as well, okay? Men are taught that you're the provider. You need to take care of everyone. You need to be strong and stable and emotionless. And so then what happens to the male? Then he attaches to the female, right? So then they're both codependent because they're both not listening to their intuition, and they're not healed and happy individuals, right? The masculine is then trying to control what's happening because, again, it's because of the way we're programmed in society, in religion, in our familial structures and modeled behavior we've seen of the past, right? So I'm going to end it there because I feel like this was a beautiful reading. I feel like this is great. These are great messages that have come through. So hopefully they were helpful to you. Again, I'm going to remind you, take what resonates, leave the rest. Please do not make it fit. And I would love it if you could like, share, and subscribe. And comment if it resonates. I always like to hear if things are resonating. So have a wonderful rest of your day, weekend, week, month, whatever it is for you when you're finding these messages. I'm wishing you peace and asking you to be kind and be authentic in the world. Namaste.